I think it's also for me that, like, it's the fact that of all the characters that are top tier, why is it Rob? Like, in terms of, like if you think, like, canonically, you've got all of these, like, wild and incredible characters. You know, you've got Hero, like, the person that's going to save the world from this, you know, evil force. And then you've got this, like, silly peripheral from the 80s that they were like, you know what?
He's just a little toy.
He's just a nice little toy. And I think that's just what makes it a little bit funnier. But certainly these two, it is going to be serious business at this point for these two. Again, Longo, the reigning champion of the Tea Party series so far. Hope said a lot of choice words, have a lot of things to say, but is he going to be able to walk the walk? We have got some info here that the last 3 sets have been in Longo's favor, but they have been close and they've not played for a good few months.
Yeah, not even the previous Arcadia Smash. It's the Arcadia back in July 2022. That's 2 sets for Longo there. And Hope will have something to prove. He's got a chip on his shoulder, really wants to show why he is up there, why he deserves to be considered among Europe's best. Good Lord, I can't believe he managed to escape all of those active frames of Rob back here, and he's going to be thriving because of it.
Yeah, it was like the perfectly timed directional air dodge, almost to just drift alongside of Rob. It actually looked really smooth. I'm going to level with you. It looked really smooth. But certainly, you know, very high percents on both of these players. Hope, again, just trying to air dodge away from these projectiles. Longo just keeping center stage. That's something I've been noticing a lot of these top players against Hero in particular do with Zoom, is that they do throw out a hitbox on the hope that you're going to get hit by it, but also they keep center stage, because if you land right in front of them, actually, you're probably getting hit by the hitbox that they've thrown out. And if they're getting sent to either side of the stage, you're immediately have got positional advantage. So I really like the fact that we saw that from Longo, just trying to cover the left platform with the back air, but then being into that center stage and finally taking that stock. It was a long first stock, that focus.
Yeah, really good survivability on the part of Longo, able to just stay alive against Hero, who has a lot of sort of strong kill options, and able to kill with Rob forwarder, which isn't really the strongest tool, but when you have positional advantage, it will become an option. And all of a sudden, when Rob has that gyro in hand, he has kill options at his disposal, despite being 36%. But here we see a classic from Hope. Gets the psych up, gets the up throw, gets a consistent stock. It creates that just uncomfortable dynamic for Longo to navigate. Not able to play it right this time. So much damage coming out at the moment. 0 to 90. Can we get 100?
I was going to say just 999 on the board at the moment, but the only emergency going on is the loss of Hope's stock and the loss of Hope's MP as well. Very little MP on the board. I feel like Longo had the right idea, trying to read the roll with the up smash, excuse me, but not quite having the spacing on it. And that is something that we saw in the Longo Maze being set, right? There are a lot of these moments where Longo didn't quite have the confidence, but I feel like a side B like that, that's definitely some confidence there.
It's a hard call out on Hope, just lingering at ledge there, catching that, and then just sending him to the blast zone here. That is not a hard call at all, but it's very scrappy here. No punish trying to get a dash attack, which would have killed with oomph, as shown there. See Exhibit A, but it's very scary stuff here. Bounce on the disposal. Psych up was bad, but a lot of shield damage done to Longo here. Things get dicey, but Longo finding a lot of damage with that nair forward air. Able to, the focus seems to be the corner pressure, as you said. Keep stage control and sort of limit Hero's options. Can't give him time to pull out the menu.
Yeah, just jumping into Kaboom there, taking a lot of damage, but this is the thing. We've seen the survivability that Longo has got, and going for that side B and just pressuring Hope enough to the point where if they upbeat when they should have, they would have got met by the rotor arm, and if they didn't, they would just gently sail to the blast zone anyway. And Longo showing real proficiency in the matchup.
Absolutely, it's exploiting that positional advantage, really making Hope uncomfortable. Hero doesn't have that amazing disadvantage naturally. Kind of relies on the rolls of the dice, and unfortunately nothing came up in favor of Hope. Not able to make it back here. Seeing the red rob from Longo. Town and City KK slider is out. Can Longo keep fighting to reclaim his crown at Tea Party here?
this traditionally being Hero's best stage. I know they very much would go this any opportunity that they can, but Longo clearly having some confidence, knowing, okay, maybe the extra space is going to allow me to get around these projectiles, and also Rob killing very typically off the side, particularly with those very early combos leading into the rotor arm. Oh my goodness, and Longo just having a real grasp on the defensive habits of Hope. That is something that we have seen a lot from Hope, is these air dodges. They are very, very quick to press the button to just get out of that situation, the immediate air dodge, but Longo, very, very strong start.
What a snipe from him. You know, knowing that even if you get hit by the special, you've got a special you're only going to send to the send Hope to the blast zone. And the Town and City blast zone's very narrow, means the pressure that Longo's exerting could be rewarded very favorably here. Look at the pressure coming out from Longo. 0 to death. Incredible stuff from the guy.
I think Longo's found his confidence focus. I think we've had a lot of conversations about something that Longo's been lacking, and he has finally found and remembered almost why he was Tea Party 2 champion, why the set count is ridiculously in his favor, and why we might even see a potential 3 stock here. Now, I've jinxed it every time, but if there's one person that I feel like is going to be able to do it, it is Longo, particularly when Hope, honestly, little hints of desperation there with the thwack. Another air dodge, and you're done. You are done. 3 stock from Longo to run into game 3.
That was, he completely dismantled him there, Joycey. Did not let Hope play the game. What a game from Longo there.
I don't hear it. I don't hear Hope talking. I do not hear Hope talking. This man had a lot of words, and he is saying not too much right now. And the hero's gone away. It's time for a villain. And what better villain than Dark Pit? I mean, to be real, there are a lot of better villains. But this is something that we have seen from Hope in the past as well. Hope has got a wide range of secondaries that he has gone. We notably saw it at Tea Party 2, where the Diddy Kong came out here and there. But obviously with the rise of, Zakray's incredible result, and maybe even, a little bit of Bloom as well, taking KO with the pits, we are seeing another character come out here. Do you have any thoughts about, is this a better matchup here? Do you think it's going to give Hope some kind of edge?
I think it might. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Yeah, Hope used this to secure the set against Trilby back in pools. I haven't seen it since, but it seems to be working out quite well. Able to get up in Longo's face with these awkward options. This is a complete turnaround from game 2. Why didn't you go Dark Pit sooner, my friend?
A real unfortunate SD there, but Hope. The thing is with Hope as well is that the way that they play hero as well, once they've got confidence, they seem to skyrocket. They're definitely one of those players where they are just willing to go further and further and further, and they just seem to play better when they've got a bit of a lead. And with a lead like this as well, this is going to be real hard for Longo to come back from. Don't get me wrong, you've got 2 more games after this, but certainly for the time being, it's looking pretty bleak for Longo at the moment.
It's going to take some time to adjust, but I think Hope's just trying to overwhelm Longo with this pressure that he is exerting. It's a very different dynamic compared to Hero, where he's trying to get buffed, trying to get set up in the right way. Hope is just going all out, and it will mean he takes more hits. But if you're living to 191, you'll be completely fine with that.
And we're seeing another adjustment from Longo. We are, for the most part, in that first stock, we saw a very, very reserved Longo, just throwing out a lot of the gyros, just trying to get like these odd hits here and there. When you're at 180%, a lot of it, you're going to get a lot of stray hits, and a lot of them are going to kill as well. I feel like the confidence has maybe been a teeny bit shaken, but at the same time, there are definitely some signs of life still in Longo. And like we said, even if it's not quite in the game 3, you've still got 2 more games after this to make some adjustments. But honestly, the way that Longo's playing at the moment, might not need it. He might not need it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think he just wants to clear out now, man. So much pressure being exerted from Longo. Down tilt on F tilt, tech chase. And Hope kind of just wanted to die there. It feels like just air dodging right into the gyro shot.
Yeah, I wonder whether maybe he wanted like a fast full neutral air dodge, but instead air dodge down. Because even if the gyro wouldn't have hit, you would have definitely sailed to your death. And if there is one character in this game that is well known for killing you at 0, it is definitely Rob the Robot, who this is an even game. This is an even game. This is a dead even game. In fact, it's Longo favored right now. But Hope turning to the crowd and saying, I'm not done yet. I've still got things to say.
He does not throw these. He does not throw these. That got way too close for comfort if you consider how dominant the first 2 stocks were. But he did not get completely overwhelmed. Was able to find the up smash to take that. There's definitely potential for the reverse 3-0. It can definitely happen, but we're seeing the adaptation from Longo already. So it's going to take some very strong, some very big plays from Hope if he's going to keep himself alive in bracket.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like we are just going to be sticking it out with the Dark Pit. I think even then, I hope that Hope's confidence doesn't quite go too much to his head, because even though he managed to win that game 3, the term I would use is clutched, which is a wild thing to say when a minute early we were talking about a 3 stock, right? Because even though you managed to clutch out the game, Longo was making adaptations and he was making them quickly. So you've really got to, you've got that 1 next to your name, sure, take it with all the value that it is worth, because a game is a game, don't get it twisted. But at the same time, Hope needs to be readjusting already, and this is still a very hard mountain to climb, and all it is going to take is Longo pushing your foot off of that support, and you're going to be sailing back down into another 5th place finish.
Exactly. I still feel like Longo and Hope are still trying to explore this dynamic. I don't know if they know it as much as well. Gyro zone. Shout out to the Crescio. That's a very early stock taken there.
Yeah, and I think maybe trying to get a little bit sweet with the gyro combo there. Although alternatively, throwing the gyro up is a really, really good thing, because if you just throw it off stage, it means that Rob can just pull it again, right? And if you're throwing it down, it means it's there in play. Whereas if you throw it upwards, it takes a long time for it to come back down, and it also means that Rob can't use it for himself. So it's a really, really good idea to do if you get the opportunity, just so that it's, one of Rob's best neutral tools is suddenly out of play. And we are seeing here, even though he lost the stock fairly early, he is still making his way slowly but surely back into things.
And you can see that the Hope really wants to get things back, bring things back to even footing. Edge guarding attempt, but it could spell disaster. There's a lot of risky options there. I'm seeing up smashes. I'm seeing edge guard attempts which aren't working out. Very scary. The reflectors, the orbiters being broken, but Dark Pit is able to act immediately from that. Does mean he doesn't have access to down BC. See that? Where did your orbiters go there, Hope? What's going on here? Able to Hope on his final stock potentially. Longo looking to close this set out here. Gyro is spinning, the Nair is coming out. But Hope has stage control here. What can he do with it?
Yeah, getting a nice little 2-piece there, the Nair into the turnaround back air. But even then, it's still a very, very steep mountain to climb, and it is getting steeper and steeper as time goes on. But Hope doing a real good job, just keeping Longo at the ledge, still maintaining a lot of this stage control, just throwing the gyro off the stage, saying, I want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it in the slightest, because for sure, unless you are very, very proficient with it, 99 times out of 100, Rob Main's are going to be better with gyro than you are. It's just, they made the character for goodness sake. So just saying, like, you know what, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I don't want it anywhere near me.
Oh my God, you don't want Rob anywhere near you. Rob is just sort of overwhelming Hope at the moment, just getting up in his face, bouncing everywhere, jabbing, nairing. Hope really looking a little lost. The F smash gonna beat out anything Hope has to offer. Hope is out at 5th place. Longo moves on into losers semis. The run continues for our German friend.
And Hope once again reaching that roadblock as well, bowing out at 5th place. The same as Tea Party 2, Longo continuing the treacherous and difficult journey to reclaim his crown. And to my knowledge, that might be the end of our block. We might have one more for you, but we've certainly got some more hot sets coming your way. So if you have not yet, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your lovers, tell your pets. They want to know about it. Tea Party 3 on the new Albion Cafe Games Twitch channel.
Yeah.
A new venture from GP, which we should all be very excited about. But tell people it is Tea Party 3.